Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New as in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Slakia. This is another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. Titled, The Heart or the Love for Many Should Grow Cold. As I was watching this video that the brother GMS Dedication uploaded. And also I had another video as well by Arrows of Indignation titled Signs of the Times. And it's just basically videos going into the division of the citizens and inhabitants of Babylon, as that's foretold in the scriptures, that there would be rather a division among the inhabitants of Babylon the Great. And then we're seeing it as far as on a political sector or the political scale. These Edomites are totally divided, but all the way down to a local scale, you got family members, friends, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, children, all feeling the economic crunch, man, as we spiral into this depression or recession, soon to be depression, which technically it's already a depression. But as this shit spirals out of control, you're going to see the love of many waxing cold, okay, from once to be best friends to brothers and sisters and, just husband and wives. You're going to see more and more division among this society, as Yahweh Shai prophesied that he come to send division, and we're seeing it. All right, so I got two videos I want to play. This is actually 30 minutes. I'm not going to play this entire video. It's entirely too long, but I will play the other video and to show you, man, that shit is getting ready to hit the fan. All right, and for you Jakes out there that that's dealing with these Keishas and just in general, hey, you better watch your ass, man, because, hey, there's no loyalty or honesty among thieves, okay? As this world was totally going left, the minds of the people and the demonic spirit that these people are coming in is at an all-time high. So us as men of the Lord and servants of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, we got to stay on our watch and we got to remain circumspect, all right? So I'm going to play this video. Kinston woman allegedly staged boyfriend's murder, blamed an intruder, call 911. And of course, you got this Dusty right here, this effeminate Negro. And as always, and you know what, Jakes like this are a dime a dozen. Because see, what happens is they marry their mothers because they get with this gruntled black woman. It's full of demons and evil intentions and vigor. And they marry these bitches and then they end up in a graveyard, where they end up crashing out on another Jake. But these dudes is a dime a dozen. Rap, long hair, feminine attitude, dreads, tattoos, the whole shebang. And this is just the spirit that Jake is coming in, so here we go.
Shot and is he breathing?
No, I don't think so.
All right, when did this happen?
Like 5 minutes ago.
All right. And how many is injured? Is it just him?
Yes, just him.
A woman who deputies say made a 911 call last month has been charged with her boyfriend's murder. The Lenoir County Sheriff's Office says Nyasia Perkins and Calvin Colley were arrested Wednesday and charged with first-degree murder and felony conspiracy in Quentin Gray's death. Deputies say both Perkins and Colley were arrested yesterday at their places of work in Kinston. Deputies won't say where that happened, but did confirm the two worked together. The 26-year-old woman lives in Lenoir County, while deputies say the 29-year-old man is from Goldsboro. But did confirm the two worked together.
See, always another Jake, kill another Jake will go back to the curses, man. All right, but it's always some emotional, effeminate nigga with long hair, rappers, tattoos. It just, these niggas are a dime a dozen. So hey, for you brothers out there, be careful when you're dealing with these women, and not only them, your surroundings, man. Because unfortunate, even this type of betrayal is going to come down on a true level, on a brotherhood level, because You know, hey, Jake be moving different in this thing, man. You know, quiet as kept. But you got men that's a part of this ministry that don't have the best interests of the brotherhood. And that's going to reveal itself in due time, too. Now, you may lie dormant like a fucking disease or an imbecile, but eventually the Lord will reveal your true intentions, man, if you have this type of dealing down with the brotherhood, man, because it tells us in the book of Matthew that brother should betray brother to death. And that's not talking about only on a relative level, but in this truth as well. So, hey, man, you got to keep your eyes glued to the board all around, you know. Suspect everything, you know, not saying accuse people, but, you know, it's good to keep your eyes open because we living in dark times and niggas, they gonna get scared, so.
The 26-year-old woman lives in Lenoir County, while deputies say the 29-year-old man is from Goldsboro.
Oh, yeah. It seems like everybody around me keep leaving. Play with my feelings and I don't give them a reason. They take my heart and they break it all into pieces. It seems like everybody around me keep leaving. It seems like everybody around me keep leaving. Play with my feelings and I don't give them a reason. They take my heart and they break it all into pieces. I ain't talking about magic. Niggas get killed in this building, it's tragic. Gotta stay focused, you lose when you sleeping. Watch how I'm moving, I move with precision. All of these hoes be choosing and picking. They do how I do and I do how I did it. They not in my lane, no, they not in my league. I ain't on my level, we cannot compete. We not together, you not on my team. Don't see no one better, like who hot as me.
It was just after midnight on December 8, 2024, when Lenoir County Dispatch received a 911 call. The voice on the other end was frantic, shaken, barely able to string together words between gasps of breath. A man had been shot. The caller, 26-year-old Nyasia Perkins, told the operator that she had been in bed when she heard gunshots. She said she hid her children under the bed, afraid of whoever was inside her home. Her boyfriend, 30-year-old Quentin Lee Gray, known to many by his rap name Hoodrich Montana, had been shot multiple times in the living room.
And see, these niggas do it to themselves. Like, I didn't see 1,000 men that look like this. I mean, this is the prime example of a Jake that want to rap. And they all fucking look alike. They all talk alike. They all have the same emotional spirit. And then they get with these she-devils right here. And then they have kids with these bitches. And then when shit go left, they surprised. Well, look who you having kids with, man. But like the scripture say, a wicked man is given to a wicked woman, like the portion of his sin to fall upon him. So overall, he wasn't right anyway, you know. So this is just the Lord bringing judgment, but these are the times we live in, right? So let's go here real quick. Let's go to the book of Luke 12, and I'm gonna start at verses 49. It said, Yahushua divides men. And it said, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what would I if it be already kindled? So Yahushua is coming to send judgment and division, as we're seeing all the way down to the federal level. Motherfuckers are divided, man. Okay, you got people that's taking to live news, speaking on the discrepancies of Donald Trump. He's laying off everybody in these particular federal branches or these federal departments. And sooner or later, this shit is going to happen on a state level too. Okay, because the state, in many cases, is just as corrupt, if not more corrupt than the federal government. You see, so we're seeing divisions come across the board and people are afraid. But it says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how I am straitened until it be accomplished. And when you go into the word straighten, it goes into positions of difficulties. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, there will be straits of difficulties that we're going to have to endure until Yahushua comes and get us, man, because we all behind enemy lines, believe it or not. But it says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? He says, I tell you nay, which is no, but rather division. So this is what we're seeing. So don't be surprised if your family or your mother, your father, your brother, your baby mama, your children come up against you, because it's just part of the times, man. You see, they're even coming up against one another. So, I mean, it may seem like it's personal, but to Yahushua, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. We just got to endure this shit. But it says here, from henceforth, there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. And the father should be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, right? So this is what we're saying. And we saw this on a major scale during the time of the pandemic or the plandemic. Okay, we saw family members totally divided because certain people didn't go down there and get the you know what. So therefore, a lot of people was ostracized and they were labeled sea theorists and, you know, basically told to not come around anymore. And I witnessed that personally. All right.
The suspect? According to Nyasia, she had no idea who it was or where they had gone. But when first responders arrived, the scene didn't match her story. There were no signs of forced entry. No broken windows, no kicked-in doors. Just Quentin,
A wicked, evil black bitch, of course.
lifeless on the floor with his 2 young sons nearby. At first, it seemed like a tragic home invasion, a robbery gone wrong. But investigators quickly realized the story wasn't adding up. The inconsistencies, the missing details, and the way Nyasia carried herself in the days following the murder all pointed to something.
And you niggas that's like this, you deserve hoes like this, man. Because, I mean, look, you could tell this guy, you could look at him and tell he ain't right, man. I mean, he got that. For one thing, he's effeminate as all hell. He's highly emotional. He's very reactive. He's the type that if you look at him wrong or if you have some type of disagreement with you, he wants to revert to violence. All right. And a lot of that comes from growing up with a single black woman. And on top of that, I mean, you can just tell the hairstyle, the hair tells it all. Okay. When these niggas got their hair up in buns and shit, that's effeminate as hell. And literally, I've seen these dudes. I've been around these dudes, and just the way that they demeanor, their disposition, they're literally like women. Okay, they women with a little bit more strength. That's all that they are. You know, from the mannerisms, and a lot of these dudes be DL. You know, but look at him, high out of his goddamn mind. Fucking, what else? Tattoos all over the damn place, and you know he may have taken care of his kids, which you know that's always a good thing. But they get with women like this and then wonder why their life totally falls apart. Well, you are what you attract, man, in some cases.
Else. Something planned. What really happened that night in the quiet home on Sweet Amy Lane? How did a grieving girlfriend become the prime suspect in a brutal murder? And why was her co-worker, 29-year-old Calvin Coley, arrested alongside her just weeks later? Quentin Lee Gray was a man with big dreams and even bigger responsibilities. At 30 years old, he was on a path that many in his community recognized.
And this nigga right here.
Quentin Lee Gray beat Amy Lane. How did a grieving girlfriend become the prime suspect in a brutal murder? And why was her
And these dudes, they kind of look alike almost. That's what I'm saying. They're a dime a dozen. For a second, I thought these were the same people because they all got that effeminate Jezebel type poker. They got that effeminate spirit. There's just something about that aura. And this ninja right here, he probably was jealous of the other guy, you know, and probably secretly wanted his woman. And that goes on in the Jake community, man. But this is why we told you, brothers, be careful. So it says the father should be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. So that's what it boils down to, division, okay? And that ain't the only thing. Go down here to Matthew 10, and I'm going to start at verses matter of fact, brother, I know it's Matthew's 24, but I want to be sure. Betray. Mark 13 and 12. And it reads here. Now the brother should betray the brother to death. All right. And us as Israelite men in general, we are brothers, man. You know, as a nation, we are brothers. Even in wicked ninjas, you know, technically they are brothers, even though they're wicked as all hell. You know, we don't claim them, but, you know, that's what happened in this case. But it says, now shall the brother betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and the children shall rise up against their parents and shall cause them to be put to death. So that's part of the times, man. This is the reason why you're going to have a lot of cases like this. There's going to be the common factor as we progress into the time of Yahweh's return.
Co-worker, 29-year-old Calvin Coley, arrested alongside her just weeks later. Quentin Lee Gray was a man with big dreams and even bigger responsibilities. At 30 years old, he was on a path that many in his community recognized. trying to balance the weight of ambition with the reality of fatherhood. To his friends and fans, he was Hoodrich Montana, a rising rapper in North Carolina, working hard to make a name for himself in an industry that doesn't hand out success easily. But to those who knew him best, he was simply Quentin, a devoted father, a hardworking man.
And that's all the nigga want to do is fucking rap and play basketball. Like, it really vexes my spirit. Because I go to the gym. I go work out. And then I go to the court, or I go to the, you know what I'm saying, I go to the ring or whatever. And lo and behold, only thing you do is see niggas on a basketball court, man. Niggas don't work out. They don't do cardio. They just want to shoot a goddamn basketball fucking game. Which ain't nothing wrong with basketball. You know, it's a pretty good sport, you know, if you're good at it. But the thing of it is like, that's all you niggas want to do is dunk a goddamn basketball and fucking rap. Like, you fulfill the stereotype. The only thing they say is blacks are drug dealers, basketball players, and rappers. That's when you think of Jake, that's all you think about. You know, or if they're in the boxing gym or taking some form of martial arts. They're highly uncontrollable, but them niggas can fight. And that's a scary thing when you got a YN that's highly emotional that can throw hands. That's scary. And when I be training, in the back of my mind, I'm like, these niggas gonna have to be taken out. I'm like, these niggas gonna have to get wiped out. Some quit. It's gonna have to be fast, because I'm like, this is gonna be a problem. You in a gym with niggas running around here that actually can throw hands, and they got switches. You know, which a lot of them can't fight, but the ones that's actually trained in the art, they're gonna be a real problem, man. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna have to be taken out quick. You know what I'm saying? Put them down. And that's the spirit we dealing with here in Babylon, all right? But anyway, it says, and you should be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endured to the end, the same should be saved. So this shit is getting ready to get rocky. Okay, it's getting ready to get bumpy. It's getting ready to get rocky. It's getting ready to get real finicky out here as people are in a fickle spirit. Okay, motherfuckers are crashing out for stopping at red lights, man. So be careful. Let's go grab a precept. Damn, I thought I had a precept in mind here. I did, but I don't know what happened to it. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. Love of many shall wax cold. Matthew 24:12. And it reads, it says, and because iniquity should abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And people are betraying one another for food, for money, wealth. People was living in hardships out here. So, you know, you look like you got an opportunity going on. You got some something going for yourself. That's going to piss a lot of people off, man. You know, especially for all you creators out there and shit, you content creators. And then, you know, you encounter these YNs. Hey, they'll take what you got. You know, you Jakes that's in that balling spirit and got all this money. And you hanging around the wrong place at the wrong time. You will end up on somebody's 9 o'clock news, man, because people are just taking shit. You see? So, got to be very careful in these premises. Book of Isaiah 19. I'm going to start at verses 2. And it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor. City against city, kingdom against kingdom. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the beginning of a civil war, okay? As the civil division is intensifying among the political sectors, the government sectors, and soon to be the people, because the people are already divided, but it's just a matter of time before everybody starts to kind of go at each other's throats, man. So anyway, I'm going to end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord's will, you will edify to the next lesson. Shalom. I'm going to play about 5 more minutes, maybe a couple more minutes. I'm going to play up to like the 6-minute mark and get the other video, and then we'll shut it down. So with that, shalom.
And someone who made sure his family always came first.
That's why I'm out here going harder and harder and harder and harder. I've been going hard, but I gotta go harder. I done came far, but I'm trying to go farther. I've been going hard, but I gotta go harder. I done came far, but I'm trying to go farther. I've been going hard, but I gotta go harder. I done came far, but I'm trying to go farther. I've been going hard, but I gotta go harder. I've been came far, but I'm trying to go farther. I had to aim for the stars, cause I came from the block. I'm certified, they heard a lie, here they think that I'm not. Went from the bottom, now I'm ballin', now my name on the top. And I be shining, I got diamonds in my chin.
Quentin grew up in La Grange, North Carolina, a small town where everybody knew everybody. Life wasn't easy, but he never let that define him. From a young age, he was drawn to music, rhythm, and storytelling, using his experiences to shape his lyrics. He had the voice, the drive, and the hunger, but more than that, he had 2 little boys depending on him. For Quentin, Gianni and Amiri were everything. Friends say he was the kind of father who was always present, playing outside with his boys, taking them places, making sure they knew they were loved. He didn't just talk about being a dad, he lived it. Even when money was tight and things got tough, he always made sure his children had what they needed. His goal wasn't just to make music, it was to create a better life for them. He spent long nights writing lyrics, recording tracks, and planning his next moves, hoping that one day his music would take off and provide him with the kind of success that would allow his family to thrive. But dreams can be fragile, and in a town where opportunities are scarce and struggles are plenty, Quentin knew that success wouldn't come easy. He stayed focused, kept grinding, and tried to avoid distractions. But some things you can't see coming, especially when they come from the person closest to you. His life with Ny'asia Perkins, a relationship that wasn't what it seemed. Quentin had been in a relationship with Ny'asia Perkins for years. Together, they had built a life in their quiet home on Sweet Amy Lane, raising their 2 boys under the same roof. From the outside looking in, they were a family just like any other. Social media showed
81-year-old man charged with murdering his wife is being held without bond. Deputies say Roger Preston shot his wife at their Johnston County home yesterday, then called police and waited. WRL's Sean Gallagher joins us live in Clayton. And Sean, we understand you've listened to some of the 911 calls. What do they reveal?
Yeah, Jeff, it's troubling. You can hear a very calm Roger Preston on the phone waiting for authorities to arrive. I actually spoke with his daughter in the last hour, and she is absolutely shocked about all of this, saying that she was unaware of any marital issues between her stepmom and her dad, saying they just got back from a trip from Mississippi, but that this right now is the first that they've heard any sort of issues between the two after more than 40 years, and that her dad was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Now, all of this happened around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Preston calling 911 saying he shot his wife, Sandra Preston, inside of an RV on their property in Archer Lodge. Preston remained on the phone and was cooperative with authorities, leaving his gun on the porch and explaining to the 911 operator exactly what happened.
Well, my wife's been having marital problems, and she put me on some kind of thing where I just takes everything. Oh, I'm sorry. I just lost it. And I shot her 2 or 3 times. It just blew my mind that she would do me like she has.
Preston has no prior criminal history in North Carolina, with the exception of a few minor traffic violations. His daughter tells me her dad and stepmom have been together for about 50 years, married for over 40, and again, the first time she remembers any issues between the two.
2 people killed in a deadly shooting of LaGrange, mourning their loss. This all comes as police have arrested the man they say was behind the murders. Fox 5's Joy Dukes has the latest from where it all happened.
Loved ones of Jabrica Williams held a candlelight vigil here Saturday night outside of her home on Fendig Street. They say she and her boyfriend were shot and killed here in a jealous rage by her ex. What was initially thought to be a fatal house fire in LaGrange is now a murder investigation that leaves the hearts of 2 families broken.
We are hurt. We are hurt. We're really hurt.
A devastated Lawrence Williams and Danielle Thompson Willis gathered family together on Fendig Street Saturday night to remember their daughter, 38-year-old Jabrica Williams. LaGrange police say Williams and her boyfriend, 40-year-old Roderick Kennedy, were both found shot to death inside her burning home just before 11:30 p.m. February 8th, but a call came in about a structure fire.
He was shot and he was burned from his chest and he was burned in his back.
Sarah Kennedy, Roderick's mother, says she recalled hearing the sirens just up the road from her home, but didn't know it was her son whose life was in danger.
He was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's hurting me so bad. They just didn't have to do it the way they did it.
Within 24 hours of the fire, investigators arrested 35-year-old Travis Rivers on felony probation violation and aggravated stalking charges related to this case. Police added felony murder to the list of charges on Friday night. Williams' family tells Fox 5 she had just ended an abusive relationship with Rivers, who'd recently gotten out of jail.
You should have took her life. For what? If I leave you, just leave me alone.
Though both families say the arrest came as a relief, they are still struggling to come to terms with what happened to Williams and Kennedy, who were both known amongst loved ones as the life of the party. Both Kennedy and Williams' funerals are set for this Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. Now again, Rivers faces a number of charges, including felony murder, aggravated assault, stalking, and several others. Right now, he's being held at the Troup County Jail without bond.